All right, I'm going to try and remember to ask this in the email as well. But big question, I think I mentioned this last time, was do you intend to play with distortion? Because if the answer is yes, I need to hear you playing with distortion in your videos because I think it was number one that you played. I can hear open strings ringing out when you leave them. And when you're playing with no distortion, it's much more difficult to catch that sort of thing. So the muting techniques needs to get improved. I suppose when you're playing clean, it's not as big of a deal because you can't hear it as much. But it's definitely there. And so playing with the distortion on is going to amplify muting problems, which is why we need the distortion on when we practice, if playing with distortion is part of your goal. And I would imagine it is, since you came to me, and I specialize in metal. So, yeah, if I forget to ask in the email, like, please let me know. Like, is playing with distortion something that you do when you play? And yeah, if so, you gotta have that on during the videos. So just let me know, yes or no, do you play with distortion? Because it's got to be on if that's the case. I might need to look back at your initial email or when you signed up about like goals and whatnot. But yeah, everything else sounded fine though. Everything else sounded good. So we're just gonna move on to the next couple of things that I think would be good for you. So here we go. 60. Number one. 1, 2, 3, 4. One 20. 1, 2, 3, 4. 180. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 240. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Repeats. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Number 2. 60. 1, 2, 3, 4. So watch the fingers I'm using here. So when you're playing through this, you need to shift your hand and use your pinky when you go to the G string for the first time. This way you're set up for the rest. Alright, 120. 1, 2, 3, 4. $180. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 240. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Repeats. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, there we go. So yeah, let's make sure for both of those, you're always going down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And I think that covers it. So yes, distortion. Do you use it when you play? Gotta practice with it. All right. Any questions come up, let me know, and I'll see you again next week.